enjoy the fun, chatting with interesting people while styling while we run. It's Kickin in Crocs. We're kicking in Crocs.
Hello, welcome to Kickin' Crocs, the podcast. We talk about martial arts stuff, geeky stuff, and all sorts of stuff. Coming to you from the universe, from, I guess that's a dojo in Dave's background, and I guess, is that another dojo? That's Nick's background. I'm the outlier here. My name is Steve, 1/3 of Kickin' Crocs.
Dave, 1/3 of Kickin' in Crocs.
And Nick, the final third. What's up, everybody? Hello, hello.
So we are on Zoom once again, just because I believe we mentioned this on the podcast, that Nick's daughter was getting knee surgery. So she has gotten the knee surgery. Nick would like to give us just quick, brief updates, just so the fans know.
It's a weak excuse. No.
Super quick update. Surgery went well. Success on the surgeon's part. She is in recovery time early. She's not allowed to do any physical therapy until tomorrow. And then she could begin with this really cool device that actually mechanically assists her to bend her knee, right? So folks that have done physical therapy have seen this or experienced this in a physical therapy office, but now they deliver one at the house, which is great. So you put your leg in it, there's a strap that goes over the quad, and then you strap in the foot, and you literally, as Dave was showing, you pick the degrees and the speed.
Bends it.
You start at 5 degrees, 10, and so on, to the point where the goal is at one point to be at 90 degrees. Hopefully within a week, really. They're looking to get her at 90 pretty quick. I'm not sure if we're gonna get there that fast, but we're definitely gonna work on it. And
She is young, so recovery works
her spirits are
faster
up.
for
So
the
we're
youth.
getting there. Say again, Dave?
She is young, so recovery does work faster for youth.
Yes. And she's coming into this procedure in shape, because
Yeah.
she's been doing physical fitness, doing a lot of walking, doing the martial arts stuff, doing physical therapy. So she didn't come in here cold. So we should see promising recovery. So we're excited about it.
Progress. We should see progress.
Progress.
Very much
Exciting.
progress. So that is good to hear. We're all very happy that it went well and there were no issues at all. And we wish her a speedy recovery. Everybody comment below. Give us some good thoughts, good vibes for Nick's daughter as she climbs her way back to being the martial artist that she was.
Oh yeah, she's excited about it. Thank you, guys. Yeah, cool.
All right. Well, that's all we got on that topic. Moving on to the next one.
So maybe speedy. So I did.
It was a speedy update, although you still go with the K, the one word, the generational thing. When you text and you're like, K.
K instead of okay. You say K.
Well, I could have said K-A-Y and just given you a couple more letters, but I didn't.
No,
K.
no. K is always like
K.
K is like a smack in the face type, like.
It's just a sassy like
If
K.
you ask any modern texter,
K.
yeah, K is
It's just-
like,
Well, I
Emotionless.
avoid modern texters. I avoid them, so
oh,
it's fine.
hey Kelsey,
You just
let's ask
texted
Shadow
like
Half.
what?
Yeah, but doesn't
Kelsey?
mean I asked them for, hey,
Shadow
is it
Half?
good or not? It's better for me. It's a quick response. You know we're good. Move on.
We've been
We
over
didn't
this.
drag it out.
Nick
If
needs to
somebody
be
says-
contacted through
If somebody
pager.
says hey in a text message, if it's
Pager.
one, yeah. So what Shadow Half just said is they're. If somebody just responds one letter K,
I love how my microphone randomly shows up in the shot every once in a while.
Every now and then.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, then I'm pissed, but I wasn't though. That's why.
that's. I read
All
I'm
right.
like,
Well,
what's that guy
Nick
saying?
is not unhappy. He's fine.
At
Just
all.
for
I
that, yeah.
can't be happier. I've got a Kickin' in Crocs logo on my shirt. I
Yeah.
got it on my mug. I'm talking
Yeah.
to you guys. I'm in a
Yeah.
good spot, okay?
So Nick got to go see Superman finally, so we can actually talk about it. Yay! Spoilers! Spoiler review incoming. If you have not seen the new Superman movie and you are interested in seeing it, skip ahead to the next topic, please.
Yes.
I put timestamps in the descriptions now, so
He
if we
has warned you.
have another topic, you can skip ahead.
He's warned you. Spoilers are coming.
Warned you. What was that? All right, so Nick, tell us what you thought. We already discussed this off air, but tell us what you thought.
I thought that it was a great movie.
Mm.
Really well done. Worth the visit. Go see it. I think it's worth seeing in the it's weird.
Yeah.
It's going to be good in the theaters, and it's one of those movies that's going to work both ways.
Yeah,
But
it's
take
coming to
advantage of
digital
it.
at the end of this month, actually.
I
Yeah.
think it's a fantastic movie to go see in theaters because it's Superman. He's flying around. There's big explosions and laser beams happening. Like, this is a movie that's really meant for the big screen. So I definitely recommend going to see it in theaters, preferably at a matinee time, so you get the 20% discount off the egregious ticket prices that are there now. So
I did not see it in 3D,
Mm.
but there are scenes built for 3D without
There
a
are.
doubt.
There are, absolutely. We went to go see. We talked about this another time, but
Yeah,
we went to go
incidentally.
see it 3D accidentally, which gave me a bit of a headache while watching it because 3D messes with my head. But I plan on going to see it again in theaters because my younger sister hasn't seen it yet, my father hasn't seen it yet, and my older brother has not seen it yet. So I'll be making
They
another
just
trip.
announced today. It's like August 20 something, 25th, 27th. It comes out on digital.
Already?
Wow, is that the end of its theater run? Is that day?
I don't know if it's the end of its theater run, but it's coming to digital like real soon.
Okay.
It's really hard to run the theater push once it's on digital.
They all
Yeah.
come to digital fast though.
Yeah, because they know that they're
Tuesday,
missing out on
August
some money
26th.
there.
Superman is about to release on digital streaming via premium video on demand on Tuesday, August 26th.
Okay, that's a couple weeks. It still has a couple weeks of theater
But
time.
they all, I mean, all of them come out so fast on digital streaming these
Yeah.
days. Like the Fantastic Four, what's it got like another month before it's on Disney
Probably.
Plus at some point.
Which I still need to go see that one too. That's
Which
the-
one?
Oh yeah, I didn't see that one either.
Fantastic Four.
It's so funny because people are saying that the storyline, the structure of the movie follows Superman. Because it starts with, and they've been around for 5 years, which is very exactly how Superman starts.
Yeah, you know what? I liked how they didn't have, like, they give you a brief little overview with text in the beginning of the Superman movie, but they didn't spend an egregious time on his background. They were just like,
No,
he's an alien that came to Earth.
But here's the thing.
But
Go.
that's kind of how they did it. That's kind of how they did it with when they introduced Spider-Man and like.
We know it. We know how
big
it came about.
heroes. Who
Yeah.
doesn't know his origin? I don't
know
even know
it.
the origin.
No, but I feel that, and you guys could, you could knock me down if you think I'm wrong. I feel that
You're
Superman
wrong.
is globally known for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't feel Fantastic Four has that same touch.
It
And I
doesn't
feel like a
Marvel.
brief intro. Now, I'm not saying they have to do a movie on an intro, but I think even like some kind of like a brief cinematic teaser on the intro, like a recap of the, like they did with the Hulk when they brought him back
Yeah.
and they recapped the old movies, even like a 30-second to a minute recap of the initial intro movies, minus the Silver Surfer one, obviously. But I think that would have been helpful.
It's tricky because like every Marvel comic book fan,
Yeah,
you know the
exactly.
Fantastic Four.
But
I
we're talking
think-
about beyond that, though, right? You're
I-
competing against a global audience now.
I think they probably
Superman,
decided.
everybody knows whether you're a DC fan or not, but not
Right.
the same could be said for Fantastic Four. I don't
Superman is literally one of the poster boys of DC. Fantastic Four, I mean, they are Marvel's first family, so they are very well known. I think they decided not to go. I mean, obviously, we haven't seen the movie, so we don't know exactly how it plays out in the movie yet, but I think they decided not to go with an origin because there's been at least, like 3 Fantastic Four movies in the past that have
3.
their origin. So, once
Oh,
again, it's.
2 that have their origin because
2,
the one was a sequel to the.
Yeah.
Because it was Fantastic Four was the origin, and then they did a sequel to that one, and then they
Wasn't
recast the whole thing.
wasn't there one that came out like way back in the past, like 90s?
Yeah. No, like the 60s.
The 60s. Oh, wow, that long ago? Jeez.
Yeah, and that and nobody remembers it because why would you?
Because it's from the 60s. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's like the
only Nick
original
remembers
Spider-
that. He was there that time.
It's like Dude Ranch Spider-Man.
I remember the Spider-Man TV show. And Fantastic Four had a cartoon for a while,
did.
which is pretty good.
They did.
Well,
I remember seeing
Spider-Man
clips
had
of that.
the show where it was a guy literally in a Spider-Man pajama, and someone would throw a rope from behind him every time he made the Spider-Man move. He would do this, and you'd see a rope get tossed over his shoulder.
That's actually really funny. Practical effects, ladies and gentlemen. You can't beat him.
Yep.
Can't beat him. Can't beat
I
him.
watched it. I remember watching it.
So we have
But,
to circle back to Superman here.
Yeah, I was going to
so-
say, we're getting off topic here. We're going on tangents, which we never do, guys. Come on, let's rope it back in. So, the story I kind of thought crypto was a little overused. I thought there was a little too much crypto in the movie. A little too many, like, trying to push the, look at this cute dog. I thought that they probably should have wound that back a little bit as far as, like, using crypto as a cute magnet. I thought they should have
I don't
showcased
think they
this.
used him inappropriately, like with the moments they used him, but I definitely think they could have used him less, right? Like,
Yeah, I don't think it was overused. I thought they drew a lot from the comics when Crypto's in the comics.
Hmm.
And I mean, it hit the nose for me as far as
yeah,
like it
I
being
feel
like
that there were
it
some
added the
chances for
levity.
Superman to flex a little, and they
Well,
had
that's always the
crypto.
hot topic of this one is like this Superman's so weak, and it's
No,
like
I didn't care about that, but
I didn't feel he was weak. They displayed his strength quite a few times. I
well,
think
that's the
people.
talk of the internet is how
Well, yeah, they're probably saying he looked weak because he didn't go full force. Pretty much the entire movie, he was holding back except for the end. So, like, that's it. You know, like, of course he's gonna look weak.
even then
And
I'm
they,
not sure
they
he was
balanced
holding.
them okay. Oh, go ahead. Go
Even
ahead.
then, I thought in the end, I don't know how much he might have still been holding back a bit.
probably, I'm sure we'll get some opportunities in the future now that James Gunn has already been greenlit to do another Superman movie, a Supergirl movie. He's already been greenlit to really start his universe. I'm sure we'll have
Yeah,
chances for
he's
Superman to
big on it
showcase
though,
his
because he said he's
awesomeness.
not doing a straight up Superman sequel, not anytime
No,
soon.
Well, I would like to see. I would have liked to see, right? So my positive is overall thought it was a great movie. So I'll go with the likes first. I thought the Superman character was good. It was
yeah,
solid, decent balance. I thought it was.
agreed.
I liked the weakness and the strength, right? They showed what he could do and couldn't do. Um, I don't mind him getting beat up a little bit. I think a young Superman. People forget that Superman continually got stronger over time. He wasn't just at his
Hmm.
top level.
I also
Hmm.
feel people that don't read the comics or
Yeah.
didn't watch the cartoon,
Yeah.
the Justice League cartoons, don't realize that there's characters that can go toe to toe with
Oh yeah,
Superman.
a
Like
lot of them.
they all seem to think
Yeah.
Superman's like. I always go back to the
Well, I think they
Justice
want to see
League,
him that way.
the final Justice League episode. He has a great speech when he's fighting
Oh,
Darkseid at the end.
I
He's
love that
talking. He's talking
scene.
about
Holding back,
yeah. He's
not
talking
Oh,
about
having to.
how everything feels like
I feel like I
paper.
live in a world
And
made of cardboard.
right, he's always talking about how he has to hold back, but and then he ends it with like,
Never
"But you
allowing
can take
myself
it,
to
big
lose
guy."
control, even for a moment, if someone could die.
It was weird, right? So, and again, I want to come back to the things that I think were off, but I
Yeah.
want to stick with the things I liked first, right? So, Mr. What's his name?
Fantastic,
Terrific.
terrific, Mr.
Yeah,
Terrific, Mr.
awesome.
Fantastic, Fantastic Four.
Yeah. Awesome. I thought great character. Honestly, I like all the side characters. I like
Yeah.
the Justice Gang. I even like the Justice Gang joke, as corny as it was. I liked its use. I thought they did a phenomenal job with alternate characters. I thought it
Well,
was
Oh,
fantastic.
all the characters are pretty comic accurate except for freaking Hawk Girl, who I couldn't stand.
mm,
Yeah, well, I think Steve, you were the one that said, right, she didn't have her own wings, which didn't make any
yeah,
sense.
the wings were like retractable, which
Uh,
was
the
strange.
the wings for me it was the screen
But that was for everybody.
That
No
was
one
for
understood
everybody.
the
That's the
scream.
consensus of the entire world.
every time.
And what's really weird too is
oh,
that scream could easily be put into like a canary move for a future movie,
Yeah.
right? If they actually added some power to it and left the scream sound, it'd be less annoying if I knew it was doing something other than letting you know I was coming to crush you in the head with a mace.
Yeah. I
also
agree with that.
like it bothers me that they made like she's a human being because they're like Superman's the only alien so far,
Well,
and you're
I
like
was talking about this with Nick. They
she's
might
from
just not
Thanagar.
know. They might just not know that Hawk Girl's from another planet. Like, she might not have
Maybe.
revealed that. Like,
And,
Superman revealed that publicly. She might
and
not
Yeah.
have done that.
and we had talked about there's also a version of Hawkgirl and Hawkeye where they are from
Hawkman
Earth, but they're immortal in the essence that when they die, they go through a rebirth.
reincarnation.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's not, and it doesn't tie them back to an alien species. So if they're going down that path, then they are some kind of, let's say,
We'll see. I hope they
mutant
don't.
from or
That was a
from
bit
Earth.
complicated. But you were saying, Nick, before you went to go see this movie, after watching the trailer, you were nervous about there being so many superheroes put into this movie. So after you saw, obviously, you think that they were done well. So what do you think that this movie did right, as opposed to the ones we've seen in the past, where they kind of shoehorned in other superheroes?
So I think really good question, man. I think it was around the point that they didn't try to take spotlight away from Superman. They were doing their own thing, and it just happened to cross over, right? So I thought that was great because they weren't. It was less that they were trying to be part of the movie, and more of like, hey, other things are happening while Superman's story is going on, right? And
Yeah.
it didn't take away from Superman's story, but it showed that I think it for me in this movie it added to the fact that this isn't a brand new Superman. This the guy's been around. There's other things happening in the world. Saving has been happening. Other heroes are happening. Even the very silly scene of him talking to Lois in the hotel, and they're all battling that metamorph
Yeah,
alien
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
city, and he's like, yeah, no, they got it. We're good. It just shows that hey, we're part of a much bigger
But
instance here, but it's still my story.
that's sort of James Gunn's approach for this universe. Is instead of doing a large Marvel over like everything's linked together story wise, it's more like different things are happening, but it's in the same universe, but it doesn't necessarily lead down to a big. 'Cause it's not going to be like Marvel Phase One. Okay, we're all leading to that one because now you see how Marvel's struggling with that,
Well, Dave, you and I, if you remember when we
and
watched the
that's
Spider-Man cartoon that Steve still hasn't watched, we liked the fact that they referenced, right, a Civil War in it. Their own, obviously, it was a different universe, but
different
it's like
universe.
things are happening. I like that they're not trying to pretend that these are silos. Now, we understand phase one of Marvel did it. Why? Because they needed to create something out of nothing. But when it became really popular, and it started to grow, then that was no longer necessary. I think my biggest argument for Marvel was how they didn't incorporate Agents of Shield into the movies, but they did. The movies were in the series, but not the
Yeah,
other way around. I feel like
correct.
Yeah,
Marvel tried too hard to jam a bunch of people in a movie and make them all fit in the movie. They don't have to fit in the movie. You reference what's like the beginning of Endgame, which I thought was smart. The second movie of the two.
Yeah.
So Endgame, they showed where the characters were on those screens at different parts of their galaxies doing things.
Yep.
That's what Marvel should have stayed with. Things are still happening. They're in their own spot. Maybe they'll cross paths. Maybe they won't. And we'll put a little bit more focus on whoever this movie's
and
about.
that that Spider-Man cartoon was so good. Let me just point
It
out,
was
Steve, you
good.
missed
It was
out.
good.
It was really
Well,
good.
well, here I'll direct the next question to Dave then.
But
So
but but there is a side note on a Superman trend tangent. Um, they did announce the next season for My Adventures with Superman that Steve
cannot wait
and
for
I think
that.
Nick you watched too the cartoon.
I haven't watched it yet.
No, you
You didn't
should.
watch My Adventures with Superman?
You should.
I thought you
It's
did
definitely
the
the
cartoon with the.
it's the
Yeah, I
best
know what you're talking
Superman
about.
cartoon
It's
out
on-
right
Didn't you
now.
watch an episode with us?
No.
No, I came in on the tail end of an episode. You
Right,
guys
because
were
then we were
finishing
about
up.
to podcast. Yeah, we fit one in before he came in. Yeah. No,
They're
it's good.
introducing Superboy.
Okay. I like Superboy from the Superman movie with Mech Superman, whatever they call him.
Mm. So yeah,
Steel.
that's a side note. Side note.
Well,
Okay.
moving back to the
Question,
question
Steve.
I was about to ask. So obviously, James Gunn is sticking away from doing a continual story throughout each of these movies, keeping them all separate. But
The
eventually,
characters are linked.
right?
The
Yeah,
characters are linked in
the
some way,
characters
shape,
are
or
linked
form.
in some way, shape, or form. They're all in the same universe. And DC has come out and said that they are going to be sticking to a strict, what's the word I'm looking for? Just they're going to do 2 to 3 films a year. That's it. They're not going to go any further than that. They're going to do what Marvel. Basically, that's what Marvel was doing in Phase 1.
That's already a lot. So that's
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah. But even back then, Marvel was only sticking to like 2 Marvel, maybe 3 Marvel movies a year. And then when we reached like Phase 3, like the height with Infinity War and Endgame, leading up to that, there was coming out like four movies in 1 year. But DC is still in its early stages. So do you think that in the next 4 to 5 years, they stick to that 2 to 3 film thing, but are they eventually going to start weaving stuff together for that Justice League team up?
I think they'll do a Justice League team up, but I don't think they're going to do a large, overarching, multi-movie. where it's like this is the saga of the Justice League, where it's like I don't think that's gonna be there. I think they'll do it. They'll be Justice League. I think they're gonna have to eventually bring in Darkseid or
Yeah, some big level threat. Do you
some big
think
level
them?
character.
Do you think
But
them staying away from that continual? Then Nick, you can weigh in on this too. Do you think them staying away from that continual movies tying in plot line will detract from the Justice League team up, or do you think it'll the movie itself, the writing itself, or do you think that it won't matter?
I don't think it'll matter,
I just hope that
honestly.
they don't run into a multiverse storyline. I hope they use that
Oh
portal
no, yeah.
technology to just get to connect characters that may be farther away, right? Use it as a distance closer, but not as a multi-storyline
I
closer
don't
because
know if
they
they're
don't
gonna
need it.
do like a multiverse thing because they already came out and said like Robert Pattinson's Batman's gonna be like an Elseworld
It's
story.
separate, yeah.
So like they have the idea of
Yeah.
Elseworld where it's just like,
But they
yeah, that's
have
not
in what's John Cena's character's name again?
Peacemaker.
So they
Peacemaker.
already have him doing multi-worlds,
Yeah, he was a
multi-universe stuff.
cameo in Superman. I thought that was so funny.
He was a
I think
last
he's getting
minute
interviewed.
cameo too.
Was it really? That's cool.
Who?
Yeah.
Peacemaker
He's
was.
supposedly
That was last minute,
um,
apparently. But I think they
yeah.
did that because the new season is coming out soon, so they kind of wanted to bring attention back to him, which I thought
I
was
just
pretty
think
cool.
but there you do run that risk though because DC has a Crisis on Infinite Earths and that's a huge multiverse.
I know,
Yeah.
but they need to
I'm like
stay
they need
away
to
from it
avoid that. So
for a while.
the problem is DC has some of the more complex storylines
They
when
do.
you get into like Crisis, when you get into what's the
Kingdom,
Flashpoint.
Kingdom Come.
But they struggled with Flashpoint with the last director. They struggled with it.
Well, I don't know why they even tried to do a Flashpoint.
Yeah,
Like
with the
they
Flash
just
movie.
introduced the character.
Yeah, it was
No, it
just
was a
it was
bad
a
idea.
struggle. So if we look at the movie as it was, one of the things that I thought took away from it for me, they messed up Ultraman. I really didn't think
Yeah.
they needed to even just make him a clone and don't even give him a name. But why make it Ultraman, who is the mob boss version of Superman? And you have so much you
Yeah.
could do with that, or make it Ultra. I mean, you need a strong bad guy for future movies when
Well,
Lex is in jail. Why
the
not
rumor is
keep
Ultraman
him?
will eventually become this Ultraman is eventually going to lead his way to becoming Bizarro.
Yeah, but
But
Well, see, that's
just
the thing is this seemed like to be an
stop
amalgamation of
creating
several different
Bizarro.
characters. This seemed to be a couple different characters. It seemed to be Bizarro was rumored. They named him Ultraman, but he's a clone, which was Superboy. Like the Lex created clone was Superboy in comic plot lines
Yep.
and whatnot.
And
so they
and
kind of
Wonder
took
Woman.
those three
There
different.
was a Wonder Woman clone also.
Exactly. They took those three different ideas and then sort of meshed them all into one, which I guess, once again, it doesn't seem like James Gunn is going to be going too complicated with his storylines, but he did take a few key characters and almost took them out of play. Like, if he tries to use the actual Ultraman now, like, that's kind of weird now because we
And
just
Yeah,
saw
but-
this
but-
Ultraman.
but
Go ahead.
Ultraman is a Superman from another universe.
Yes, but that would have been
So if you're
explained.
avoiding other universes,
Right.
you're not going to use Ultraman.
No,
Good,
so
they
Dave,
shouldn't.
Going on that note, and what you guys said earlier, make it Bizarro. He needs instruction. He needs guidance. His powers
Well,
aren't the same.
that's
They
where
should
it
have
came
made
from,
Bizarro.
yeah.
That's the rumors that he may eventually become Bizarro because he is going to appear again.
He went through that. So at the end of
But
that
he
movie,
should
we
have
saw
been
him
Bizarro, is what I'm
disappear
saying. He
into
should
that
have already
Well,
void.
been Bizarro.
I don't know. Did you watch what is it?
Lois and Clark? Superman and Lois. Superman and Lois. Superman and Lois.
Superman and Lois.
Some of it not straight through.
That was brilliant and it was really well written. The way they tweaked the characters, I really didn't mind because what they ended up doing was they bring in Bizarro, right? Bizarro's from a mirror universe, right? In that show, he comes on over, right? So the one season is just figuring out Bizarro, and then eventually Superman beats Bizarro, but they have like a weird kind of bond, and he ends up dying, right?
They basically copied. I hate to say it, and I know you're gonna hate me. Smallville did almost exactly the same storyline. But go ahead.
But then what they ended
It
up
gets
doing
better.
was Lex Luthor takes the body and has a genetic cocktail from Superman, and he keeps killing Bizarro and bringing him back to life, and killing him in all different ways and
figure it
bringing him
out.
back to life. And then what does he eventually become? Doomsday.
Okay. Okay.
So that explains where Doomsday comes from, because they keep bringing him, and then that's where they brought Doomsday in. So it was a great way they spun Bizarro into
Interesting.
Doomsday, and then they had the whole fight with Doomsday.
But at
It was
least
good.
they built into it. Like for
Yeah.
me, Bizarro still would have made sense here too, because that's why you need to tell him what to do and how to do it. He could have been a failed clone that eventually becomes, a juiced up Doomsday also. They could have done
Yep.
that.
They could have
But to
gone that
make it
route.
Ultraman, to me, was a mob boss, and he was well
Right.
thought out. He's a good alternate bad guy if you don't want to use
Right.
Lex over and over again.
But again, to your point, I know who Ultraman is. You know who Ultraman is, but you're appealing to the mass public. How many people know who Ultraman is?
No, I get it. But in
He's saying don't even
Superman,
call him Ultraman.
you don't have a lot of really heavy bad guys before you go to Doomsday and what's the other one you just said?
Darkseid.
Darkseid.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
they did pull in what's her face, and she's a heavy bad guy.
who?
Um, the girl that could create the
Oh,
I
is she?
can't
I don't
think of
even
the
know who
engineer.
she
The
is.
The engineer.
I didn't even
She's
know
a
she really
comic book
was.
bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I just feel like they could have saved Ultraman and his experience
I thought
for another movie.
Brainiac would be somewhere referenced within that.
I think Brainiac will be the next villain for any Superman that James Gunn goes forward with. I think
I
they'll
don't.
use
I think they should
Brainiac.
go to Lobo. Don't.
Well,
Lobo-
Lobo's
They're
not
gonna
really
bring
a
Lobo-
bad guy.
They're gonna bring
Yes, he
Lobo in with
is.
Supergirl. No,
Yeah,
Lobo's
Lobo
an
will be in the
anti-hero.
Supergirl movie for sure. Lobo will be in the
Lobo's more an
Supergirl movie
anti-hero
for
than a
sure.
bad guy.
Okay,
Yeah.
so anti-hero could be a bad guy, and
Yeah.
but you like him. But he's a
Lobo
bad
will be
guy.
in the
Yeah.
Supergirl movie for sure. But let's go back to bad guys for a second. Our opinions on this version of Lex Luthor.
So Dave, you and I've talked about it. I will. I think we agreed on this one. I still think the Smallville Lex Luthor is the best, but for the big screen, this guy dominated. I thought he was really
So
good.
yeah, Michael Rosenbaum, the guy who played. No, well, this is where we disagreed. The best for me, Lex Luthor ever is the Justice League cartoon.
Justice League
Lex
cartoon
Luthor.
has not been replicated in movie
He's
format
the
yet.
best. But then the best live action, like in person, Michael Rosenbaum from Smallville, hands down, no question. That guy was amazing.
Yeah.
Now
And
I haven't.
he could pull off a Lex Luthor from the cartoon, because he was heavily involved in the cartoon anyway.
Yep.
Rosenbaum, yeah, he was.
He was the voice of the
I,
Flash.
I have not seen Smallville, so I can't really compare it. So for me personally, this was the best version of on-screen, like live-action Lex Luthor that I've ever seen. I still love the animated one dearly because it was a part of my childhood. And once again, like Dave said, that's the best Lex Luthor. Like you can't replicate that. But
You know, it was interesting. It was a complex script, I thought.
yeah,
And the Luthor was more than just a bad guy and more than just vain. Because even at literally the last scene where he is crying after he loses shows you there's more going on there. Like this guy's got a lot, and he's vicious, right? When he's like,
Yes.
kicking the girlfriend out, shoots the. I mean, again, we said spoilers. But
Yes.
my friend and I were in the movie, and we're like, wow, pretty lighthearted movie. Yeah, there's action, yeah, there's combat. When he pulled that trigger,
let's play Russian roulette with one of Superman's friends.
I did not think they were gonna let that character die. And when they let him die, literally roll two,
Yep.
both of us were like, whoa. Did that really
I
happen?
was so glad they brought. I was so glad they brought Metamorpho in, because like
He did a great job.
he gets no shine.
It was
He
a
did
good.
in this
It was a
movie.
good role. Like
Yeah.
I said,
See,
all the side
and again-
characters are great.
I go back to the Justice League cartoon, because Justice League Unlimited was a brilliant. What they did was they constantly brought in new heroes.
Yes, for different
with
episodes.
Little to no origins about them.
Mhm.
They were just heroes, and you just kind of like you roll with it, because like, yeah, it's Justice League Unlimited. They got heroes all over the planet. So like they would do side character storylines. Like there was a date night with Huntress.
Yep.
The Question
And Question. Yep.
and Question and
That was definitely
Green
the
Arrow
feel.
and Black Canary, and like that's what I want for the DC universe. Is like where you're just like they just bring characters in. And you're like, I don't need to know where Mr. Terrific came from.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like
Which, speaking of which,
Okay.
his little one shot, like continuous shot fight scene in the Luthor Corps camp. Oh,
yeah, you
so
know what it
good.
reminded us of. But you know what it reminded us of, right?
Oh yeah, Yondu.
Yondu, hands down. The first I thought of with the little
Well,
whistle.
that's a
thing.
James Gunn staple right
Yeah.
there. Is that a
But I mean,
continuous?
that's the T orbs are always
So good.
the thing.
I'm really happy they didn't make Mr. Terrific just the tech guy, the guy in the chair,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know,
What
the guy
was
always
funny
guy's
is
always clacking on the keyboard. You know,
it's
like
the comment they made when he arrived at the camp was, "Oh, no worry, it's the tech one,"
yeah, I love
Yeah.
it.
and then
It
he
was so
crushes
good.
them.
Yep, destroys them all.
And
But
I thought Philly nailed Guy Gardner.
yeah, Nathan Fillion did nail Guy Gardner for sure.
And he's been the voice of
Green Lantern, Hal Jordan.
he's been Hal Jordan in a couple of the animated movies. He's been the voice of.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Oh
He
yeah.
has been, yeah.
I like him as an actor for the longest time before they finally took the helmet off, and I never looked into the cast. I just watched it. I thought he was the Mandalorian because he has a very similar voice
Mm.
to what's his name from Fantastic Four?
Pedro Pascal.
Yes.
I
So
can
always
kind of
thought
hear it.
he was the Mandalorian. I like him as an actor. That's why
There was a
and-
huge
yeah.
campaign when the Uncharted movies came out. And when the Uncharted movie came out, like way back, the video game, and it was all over Twitter was hashtag Nathan for Nathan because they wanted Nathan Fillion to play Nathan Drake, and he would have been perfect at that age because Nathan Drake was like a
Did you
middle-aged
see the movie?
dude. I still haven't brought
Horrible.
myself to watch it
Horrible.
because I don't like the I'm a huge fan of the video games, and Nathan Drake was an older dude, and Sully was a much older dude. Like
Very.
Nathan Drake's in his 30s and like, you know, facial hair,
Yeah.
like scruff, and like
I felt like they rushed it just to get the movie out. I don't know why.
Tom Holland is not Nathan Drake. I
No.
love Tom Holland. I think he's a great dude. Like he's perfect Spider-Man. He's my favorite Spider-Man. He is not Nathan Drake.
No. In 5 years, maybe.
Uh,
Who knows? Maybe they'll circle back to it in
maybe.
5 years. Well, circling
Maybe.
back to Superman a little bit more. Let's just do some little tweaks in the movie and what we think of them. First one.
Steve's trying to direct our tangents. So
I'm so
hard.
really making sure that we stay because this is the only topic that we had for today was the Superman
No,
review.
no. I'm gonna talk about my Crocs Outlet trip.
Oh, that's right. I did forget about that. Well, maybe we could do that right after this. See, now I forgot where I was going to go with it. Man.
Perfect.
You were circling back to Superman.
Yes, I know.
We could each go on about what things we would.
No, I wouldn't say what we were going to tweak about it. I would say the little changes that they made to certain things, like Luthor core instead of Lex core. Like, like, obviously, we might be reading too much into it, but like, what was
How
the
about
purpose
Gotham
behind that?
City and the escape? I love that.
Gotham City was referenced. Yep. So we definitely know Batman's going to show up eventually in this
Oh
universe.
yeah.
What did you think about Supergirl being like a lush, basically?
Oh, that's from the comics.
That's from
Is
the
it?
comics.
Was she drunk?
In the comic that James
There's-
Gunn drew
Yes.
inspiration for this story, she was at that age. Like she was at that I'm gonna go out and party age, or like late teens, early 20s,
She's also
college
struggling
girl
with the
type deal.
guilt. She's also struggling with the guilt of like she was supposed to take care of her cousin, like she had a purpose.
And then she
then-
got there, he's already a full grown man with a job and,
remember,
a purpose.
It's not Superman who left as a baby and doesn't know what he lost. She was old enough to remember Krypton. She knew her parents. She knew the planet. She knew, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
what did you think about after they got the full message from the first of all, the full message from the parents?
Oh, full message. to the
interesting.
pa-
Ridiculous. But even after they got the full message, right? About 20 minutes, not even 15 minutes in, everybody kind of like forgot because he was like, no, that won't be me. And like, okay, we trust you. It's like, wait, what? But the message is dominate and control the planet.
I honestly felt like the fact that everybody, I mean, it makes sense. They were showing like the power of what social media and what celebrity influence, what they have over the people. But I kind of felt it was kind of weird that as soon as that was put out, everybody immediately went to distrusting Superman. Like, you've seen this guy do so many good things.
I mean, he saved the
and
world
go
time and time again.
so many good things, and just like that, just because Lex Luthor has a video that supposedly is Superman's parents, like, none of those people had proof. None of those people had proof that this actually is what they said it was. Like, someone easily could have said, no, that Lex Luthor created that video using AI. Like, they easily could have said that.
I mean, I think
That was the only thing that stood out for me.
And he was candid about it. And I just think he's built up enough trust with the public. There's still military officials that do not trust him.
Correct.
which is going to lead into other things, I'm sure.
Yes.
But
Now, what do you guys think about that though? Because like they're really changing how Superman's parents, like what they were like in that. Like they've changed
they've been playing
fundamentals.
with that for a couple of years, though.
Yeah.
They've
They
always
have
made
been.
the father rougher in the last couple. Here's the thing: the father's a scientist. They
Yeah.
always made him very stern and a little. I
Very
I didn't
Howard
like-
Stark like.
I didn't like how they did his parents on both sides. I think they were trying to make a stark difference so he'd have more of a lean in with Martha and Ken Kent.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I didn't like how the Kents were done. They made him hillbillies, which makes no sense to
They
me.
made him a little hillbilly, but I also thought it was
I mean, they are from Kansas.
I thought it was the second
yeah, but
best
they made him
version.
stupid. It
I
just,
thought it was the second best. I don't think they were stupid, but
there's somebody on the box tube thing inside. You should come in and see. Come on, please, come on. Stop.
yeah, but he still gave him a pearl of wisdom about who he is and his place in this world.
Yes,
And
and you
who he
could do that and
becomes.
not sound. That sounded great if they didn't. That's what I'm saying. So don't make him sound like
But
an idiot.
I still think it was the second best version of the Kents they've ever done on screen.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to what? No other version.
On the movies.
No, I think he's
I don't
thinking of
remember the
Christopher
Kents in
Reeves.
the other movies.
Christopher Reeves.
honestly.
Kents?
Christopher Reeves, in the first movie, those
have to go
Kents were
back.
good.
I'd have to go back and watch it. I don't remember now.
Yeah, those Kents are good. I mean, they weren't in it that long, but they were good. The best Kents for me, easily, were the Kents in Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman. Dean Kane's one.
Mm,
That they were the perfect Kents.
okay, I'd have to go and see that again. Too long since I've seen, because there's so
Yeah.
few in the episodes. They're so seldom in the episodes. I have to go see
Right.
it again.
Oh wait, in Lois and Clark: New Adventures of Superman.
No, they're in there often, but I haven't
I
seen.
was just
the
saying they're
show
in there
a
all
long
the time.
Listen, I haven't watched that either. But
Well, even in Smallville, they were very active. Like they were constantly involved, and I like that. And they weren't.
Well, didn't they
dumb.
kill off the dad pretty early in Smallville though?
Beginning of season 2, but then he had
Pretty early.
he had revisits. Like there were ways to bring him back.
flashbacks and
Yeah.
stuff, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Well-
Season 2 or season 3. I don't care about the killing him off thing. I care of like he delivered messages just like that father did, but he wasn't. I'm sorry, he wasn't an insanely over the top hillbilly. Now again, does it take away from the movie for me? No. I still recommend people go see the movie. I think it was a great movie. It didn't take it away. I just think they could have made him look like less dumb. Like they didn't.
I
need to
wish
be
they had
dumb.
played a bigger role, if I'm being honest. Like, obviously, they did
Well,
have
they
that
played a
scene
huge
with
role
Pa
at the
Kent.
end.
Huh?
They were literally his tie to his humanity at the end. So
At
like the
the
video
end,
stuff
yes.
was fantastic.
Yes.
That's what they were there for.
But I feel
I
feel like they
Yeah.
always the things the movies miss. I think though is that they don't show his relationship with the Kents
Yeah, I wish they had
enough.
maybe in the future movies they'll show a couple flashbacks or
Continue,
something.
I'll be
but-
back. I'm gonna get at the kids. Continue.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I
Bye,
don't
Nick.
think they do enough with the Kents
Yeah, I think they could have done a little bit more.
because that's
Uh,
like Superman's tied to humanity. That's
They are exactly. I think that they maybe could have shown at least one flashback from when he was a kid, with them like doing something, helping him.
Yeah.
Obviously, not going through a full origin with him, but I wish they had done at least one flashback where he's having trouble fitting in with because of his alien physiology, like his powers, and he's struggling to fit in. I wish they had one little flashback from when he was a kid, just to maybe like when he gets knocked
I'm
out.
trying to think now. They are in My Adventures of Superman, the cartoon that you and I watch.
Oh yeah, they are. Both of them
Yeah,
are.
they're a good part in that.
They're
too.
a big part of it. They're in almost every single episode, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
At least in season 1, they were. I think season 2 they were in it a little bit less, but they were in
Yeah.
almost every single episode just to try to, because apparently like the ship, the Fortress of Solitude, that's literally buried under their farm. So
I still like that they're doing like My Adventures of Superman. They're doing things, but they're not related to the universe. Like you can watch it or you can choose not to watch it,
yeah,
and has no bearing
it's a
on
whole
what's happening
separate
in the
show.
movies.
It's a whole separate thing.
I think that's another thing that annoys me with Marvel. Like it's so saturated. It's just so much.
Yeah, they kind of turned the dial up way too high. They realized that. That's why Deadpool and Wolverine was the only movie they released last year. And
Yeah, but
this,
there's all these shows coming out. They got Eyes of Wakanda. They got.
well, yeah, but those aren't
They're
connected to
just.
the universe, though. Eyes of Wakanda is not
Are
connected to the
they?
Eyes of Wakanda is not connected to the universe. That's an animated show. That's different. What
It's
else
gonna
is
be like a
coming
what
out?
if?
No, it's just an animated, like as if it's like a My Adventures with Superman. It's an animated show that involves Wakanda, but
Oh, because I was reading an article. They made it sound like it's linked to the universe.
mm, don't believe so. That would be. I don't think that would be a good idea for them to start to cross mediums with the universe. Then, especially if they do like
I really hope
this
not. 'Cause
one.
they were
This
gonna do
one's
that.
live
They were
action.
gonna do
This
that.
one's animated. Like that.
Uh,
That's too much. That's too
they were
convoluted.
gonna do that. They were gonna do that with Superman. But not with Superman, but Spider Man. And then, like on day 2 of writing, the writers are like, we can't
Nah, don't bother.
fit into this mold because that was the original idea of the cartoon Nick and I watched.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Was it was gonna be the same Peter Park for the movies,
hmm
and then they were like, we can't do this because like we can't use any of his rogues gallery like
No,
at
that would
all.
be
We
weird.
can't.
Yeah, they would have
Yeah,
to use characters that weren't shown yet, or and that could potentially mess up things in the future of Spider-Man's story in MCU. Which, by the way, speaking of Spider-Man, did you see the little looks of a brand new day?
I've seen him.
And they give a little that they're on set now. It has begun shooting, which is this is Tom Holland's official last
Okay, so
Spider-Man
it
movie.
does. Eyes of Wakanda is an American animated anthology miniseries set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, it's an anthology.
But
So you don't
it's
have to
gonna
have watched it.
no. The series explores Wakanda's history through the
Okay.
eyes of its warriors.
Then
So
no, I
it's gonna
don't
be
even
yeah.
I don't even count that. I don't even count that as
It's
being
just a
part of it.
historical.
Yeah, I don't even count that as being part of it. But I have stopped trying to watch every single thing when it comes to Marvel. I'm picking and choosing what I want to see. So, for example, I did not watch Ironheart, even though apparently, what's his face, Mephisto got name dropped
Mephisto makes
in
his
the last
appearance, yeah.
episode. Sorry, spoilers for Ironheart. Sorry, my bad.
No, he didn't get name
Um,
dropped. He's there.
he appeared in it, yeah. But which I think is kind of weird. Like, honestly, I don't know much about Ironheart from the comics, but I don't know what she has to do with magic. Like, what does she
Well,
have to do
that's
with
her.
magic?
So the whole thing is that her iron suit is also infused with magic.
Is that how the comics was?
I don't know. I was
I
never
don't
a
know
big
either.
Iron Heart comic
I
book fan.
I honestly feel like that was not the case. I
I
think
always
that
struggled with comic books that were blatant, like not rip-offs, but like you could tell like where they got their influences from. I was like, oh, it's another Iron Man. And I didn't really read Iron Man all that much either.
I didn't either.
So
Well, here's my
I
thing. I
I read
feel
Spider-Man.
well, once again, yeah, I feel like Ironheart should not have been introduced in Wakanda Forever. Black Panther Wakanda Forever, the second Black Panther. I feel like if they were going to have Ironheart be a character, she should have been introduced in one of the Spider-Man movies, seeing as Peter Parker was sort of like Tony's protege. They could have shown Riri Williams being like there in Stark Tower, and like there was a Stark internship program. There was an internship there, and she was a part of it in college. And Peter meets her, and she's working on this project, and then like that way we already see her character in that environment instead of in Wakanda Forever. Oh yeah, there's this college kid that has a full Iron Man suit built.
Yep.
Like that felt kind of shoehorned into me. I feel like they could have developed her a little bit better and like built up that like, hey, she was a part of Stark Industries somehow as an intern from college or something like that. She's been
Oh,
around in that environment.
I'm super excited for Spider-Man because they're bringing them back to a street level hero,
Yes, they are.
which I'm like, thank God. Not that he's always bounced between street level to like higher,
Well, yeah.
but
See, here's the
like
thing, because we know he's
he
in Avengers.
lives.
We know he's in Avengers Doomsday, so he's gonna have his street level threats in Brand New Day, and then he's going right back to universe-ending threats in Doomsday.
Well, that's
like
what's always been Spider-Man's thing is like he's
Mhm.
fully capable of being
both.
amongst the strongest
Yeah,
in the universe.
yeah,
Which
sure.
there's been comics where he is the strongest in the universe, where like
Yep.
he's gained ability, but he's he's
Yeah.
at the end of the day he's a poor New Yorker who, you know, he was the first superhero that had like a life. He
Outside
struggled
of it,
with
yeah.
like employment, and like he wasn't a rich dude
Nope. He wasn't a rich dude.
or
Not
in a successful job.
rich in a successful job, or had friends, like high paid friends that he could bunk with, rely on, and stuff like that. Like, well, I guess there's Harry Osborn, but he never really, they never really
Nope.
gelled like that. But still, I think that this is going to be good. I think Tobey Maguire is going to show up in this one again. I don't know
Yeah, I
about Andrew
believe he is
Garfield.
too.
Don't know about Andrew Garfield. Don't know if they're going to go that far again to have all three of them in the same movie again.
Andrew
Um,
Garfield was great though.
Having all three of them in No Way Home was absolutely fantastic. I think they did a great job with that one. Definitely the best MCU Spider-Man movie.
I just hope they don't go to the well too many times.
Well, they have to have a reason why Tobey Maguire is showing up in this. They have to,
But
and
what's
if that
interesting,
reason's good.
well, I've heard back and forth that potentially they're going to introduce Tobey Maguire's daughter. What's her name? The
Tobey's daughter, or like Peter Parker, played by
Peter
Tobey's
Parker
daughter.
in that universe's daughter,
Okay, so the daughter of Peter Parker and
and Mary Jane Watson.
Mary Jane, yeah, MJ. Okay,
So
that'd be
there's
interesting to
potential.
see.
Yeah.
Speaking
Yeah.
of all this Spider-Man stuff, and then we'll maybe go back to Superman for a second, or you can just go into Crocs Outlet while Nick is gone. Where is the next Spider-Verse movie? I need this.
They pushed it again. They pushed it again.
I know why. I need this movie. I have been waiting for years. We were left. This is not a spoiler for you because I know you haven't seen Across the Spider-Verse yet. Am I right?
Yes, I know what happens though.
Oh, okay. Well, they left it on a cliffhanger.
Yes, I do know that.
And
Yep.
I need this next movie. You and I, we should sit on Wednesday night and watch that instead of watching Cowboy Bebop.
They just have to. Yeah, I don't know what's taking them so long.
So I hope it's not like issues, like tension between director, writers, and like producers, stuff like that. Like, I hope this has nothing to do with the movie itself. I hope it just has to do with they're just taking some time to make sure everything is animated correctly. Like, that's all that I hope that it is. Because I really
They're
need
doing
this.
they're doing a lot of spin-offs off of that.
The Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're doing a live-action Spider Noir.
Ooh, I did hear about that, actually. I didn't hear any details about that except that they were doing it, though.
And then they're going to do a spin-off with Spider-Punk.
Are they real? Wow.
Yeah, that was the latest rumor. They're going to do a spin-off with Spider-Punk.
Very
you know, I follow my geek news.
Very interessante. Yes, I know you do. Yes.
I follow my. Yep. Daniel Kaluuya to direct and co-write spin-off film Spider-Punk.
Interesting. I might be interested in going to see that. But
yeah,
I need the next
Spider-Verse spin-off Spider-Punk movie in development at Sony Animation.
What's the title? What's the title for the next Spider-Verse one?
I don't know.
Forget what it is. It was something good though. I was like, oh, I need this movie. I need this movie so bad. But we're gonna see it soon, hopefully. Hopefully.
The interesting thing too is like they're going back to like Tobey Maguire's gonna do actual not Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland's gonna do actual swinging, not just all CGI.
Oh, like wire work stunts? That's pretty cool.
Yeah. They had him there's a video of him on the truck going through.
That's awesome. Well, now that the Nick has returned, oh, we can't hear you.
Hello?
Oh, there you go. That's better.
I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. I'm a little quiet because everybody's asleep now.
Understandable.
Wake up!
Yeah, wake up!
Well, we'll be wrapping this up soon.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up. We have one more thing that Dave wanted to discuss, and that is that he finally got his trip to the Crocs store.
Well, Steve tried to guilt me because he was messaging with Kelsey, messaging that we were in the Crocs store, the Crocs Outlet. He's like, oh, he's giving Dick crap about going to the Crocs Outlet without us. And I'm like, but on vacation, both of you went to Crocs Outlets. And all vacation long, I wanted to go to Crocs Outlet. And you know what I never got to do? Go to a Crocs Outlet.
I said you'd be more than welcome to fly down to South Carolina and join me, but I feel like that would have been a little out of your way. So
I went to a Crocs Outlet.
Yeah, as well.
I went to a Crocs Outlet. So initially, I just wanted to see like if they did have the belt bag, which I will not be getting because it is literally like a belt purse. It's not like a straight up fanny pack. It's like I sent a picture of it at some point, a Snapchat, I think.
Yes.
So it's a little too big. They did have the backpacks there though, and the backpacks were cool. It's a straight up regular backpack. And
And this is
then
the same one you sent us in the original picture. You
correct,
didn't like it when you saw it.
not in person. It was too big. Too big.
Looks more like a
Very
purse than a
clearly
fanny pack.
yeah, very clearly a feminine styling to it too. It was like form fitting.
So he got it for Kelsey instead.
I did. Well, I'll get there. So we I went in with I looked at like the sneakers that Steve has. Um, I was looking to see if they had the slip-on ones where you just slide the slide-on ones.
That's what
They
I
didn't
have.
have them in the store. What's that?
That's what I have. The slip-on ones. Yeah.
No, you don't. No, you don't. There's a different one that has no laces that are just no hand slide on.
Oh,
You
no
know
hand
what you
slide
have,
on.
please.
Okay, nice. Oh, sorry, Nick. Go ahead.
You know what you have,
So
please.
what's that? Yeah, no, you have. You have the Pacers.
I do.
Yeah. There's these are like slip on something. There's no laces on, so they don't have the cool laces that hang out the side like yours do. But they didn't have any of those in the store. They didn't have any. They had Echoes, but they didn't have Echo Waves, which was one of the ones I was looking at. Um, but they did. They were doing a couple of different sales, so I did finally got the Mellow Ease recovery slides. So after I run, I'll have a nice recovery slide. Um, yeah, they kind of look like just like a big slide, but they're like pillows on your feet.
Very
So
squishy.
anyway, while we were there, we were like, oh, let's find out if we can find like Declan's size. You know, he wears his like Carolyn Durston gave us the Lightning McQueen Crocs, and he wears them everywhere, but they're just too big for him, so he trips on them sometimes. So we tried on Pokemon Crocs, and so we put him on, perfect size, and then he didn't want to take them off. And then he took a fit if we tried to take them off. And we were like, let's just try on. We tried on a bigger size because it was, you know, these fit him perfectly. So we're like, oh, he might outgrow him fast. Let's take on, like, try it. And he would freak out because it was not the same shoe, even though it was the same shoe, like same pattern, same everything. So we ended up having to buy those. And then we couldn't even, the lady cut the tag off and then they scanned the tag because it would have taken 3 feet. So,
He
but,
looked awesome in them, by the way. They look so cool. on him.
but
They did.
I did get Kelsey to try on a sandal.
And
I'm sorry, what?
I did get Kelsey to try on a sandal because she bought sandals on Amazon that are like regular sandals, but like Crocs makes one of the similar design, and she's returning the ones from Amazon because she didn't like the way they fit. I was like, "Ooh, you should try these on." I got to try them on.
And you didn't get a picture of this
I
monumental
tried.
moment.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen.
I'm listening.
I'm already gonna be in trouble for divulging this information. She won't buy them on principle. So even if she liked it, she's like, I can't buy these on principle.
So she did like him.
No, I don't think so. She liked the style. She said she pointed a couple that weren't bad on the way out.
We will take that. We will take that. It is confirmed. Confirmed. Heard here. The Shadow Half liked the Croc slides.
I heard it.
Forget her foot was in a Croc. That's all that matters. I got her
You
foot
should have gotten picture proof,
in a
man.
Croc.
Should have gotten picture proof.
Man, I value like I can't promise I would have been out there alive if I took a picture.
Just hold Declan in front of you. That's all you got to do.
Nah,
She
he's in
won't
the
try
stroller.
anything with
That
Declan
wasn't
in
gonna
front of you.
happen. But he does. He's so much more mobile in these Pokemon Crocs.
Because they're his size. They fit his feet.
And he,
Yeah.
well, like, he loves them. He runs around them, and they can point out like if you're like show us Pikachu, he'll point to the Pikachu gibbet.
Really?
Well, it's the starters.
So Pikachu, Bulbasaur, Charmander.
Right. Yep. Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, and Pikachu. I say starter because Pikachu wasn't really a starter until they added Pokemon Yellow, but you know.
Details.
They fit him perfect, so that adds a huge change to it.
So you can tell if he's like, "Hey, Declan, show like today we were at my parents' house. I was like, show Papa your new Crocs." He puts his foot up
That's
and I'll show him off. See if I can rap.
amazing.
It's a
I love
it.
styling dude, man. They look good. I like it.
That's
Yep.
fantastic.
Yeah, my other favorite Declan story for the weekend, and then we'll wrap this up, is we finally opened all his birthday presents. Because we took him back to the house and it was too late to open them and then we wanted to do it like a family, so we didn't have any time till like yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So he got a trash truck and it's got a little trash can that looks like our big trash can. So every Sunday night he helps me push the trash can to the curb, and then Monday after they come and take the trash, we pull it back back up to the house. So he took his little trash can, he went out the door, he walked all the way down to the curb and he put his tiny little trash can right on the street. Oh, we have he knows right where he's trying, and he did it again like when we took the tonight, our usual routine of pushing the trash can to the curb. He brought his red little trash can with him and he wanted to put it right next to the
Big one.
big
Now,
trash can.
you don't leave it out there all night, do you? Because they might take that as trash.
No, oh no.
Okay,
We
good.
once he started working his way inside, Kelsey and I hit it. We like put it back. We grabbed it, so we brought it in.
And then you have to bring it outside with you when you go to bring the real trash can back in, so he knows it's
Nah,
there.
forget all
No,
about
he
it.
forgets about it. All right, cool, good.
I would assume. I mean, I've never done it. This is his first outing with it, so
I guess we'll find out tomorrow, huh?
yeah. So that was my Crocs Outlet journey. It was nice. It was good. They were running certain sales, but like they always get you because I'm like, oh, it's buy one get one 25% off. So we get to the front. I'm like, well, I'm buying mine 25%. And she's like, oh, that excludes the
The
Pokemon
Pokemon
ones.
Crocs for
And you're like,
kids.
ah. Although we did get $10 off because Kelsey signed up for text message alerts.
Kelsey did?
I couldn't. I already get text message alerts. Because I was like, she's like, oh, you get $10 off if you sign up for this thing. And I'm like,
Oh,
I'm already a
boy.
member. Sorry. And Kelsey's like, you can use my number. So I'm like, yes.
She's gonna get text messages.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
How are you still, like, I don't understand how you've gotten away with all this. And you're still alive, living and breathing.
Trickery. I'm telling you, it's trickery.
Yes.
I didn't tell her to sign up for them. I was like, I'm already like, they try and get in the thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm
she's just doing this for the bit. I'm telling you, she really likes. She's fine with Crocs. She don't care, especially after trying one on. She's fine with. I bet she is. I bet this 100%. She's just doing this for the bit.
Well, man up. Her birthday's in October. I'll tell you which pair to get.
Done.
I want to be there for that acceptance.
Done. Absolutely
We'll
awesome.
film
Done. Done. It'll happen. You heard it here first, folks. She's getting.
It doesn't
Crocs on
come
her
from
birthday.
me, so I'm okay.
It won't come from you. It's true. It won't come from you. And there'll be a gift that she'll try to give to you. They'll say, you wear these. She 100% will try to do that.
You have to get her like a feminine, like looking Crocs.
She'll still try to make you wear them. I don't know what makes you think that them being feminine will stop her.
That's true.
So, all right.
Special. Yeah.
Well, let's
was,
get this into comfort mode because Nick has gone silent,
That was
trying to keep everybody asleep.
No,
Let
he
you
was
guys
talking.
talk. You're doing a great job.
Talking.
Nobody sees down to this level now because he's trying to keep everybody.
Should
It's
be all
time.
whisper. Should be all whisper like this now.
It's time to bring this down.
It's time to bring it to ASMR with Kickin and Crocs. Thank you all so much for watching, listening, whatever it is that you did. This has been our Superman spoiler review. Definitely only talked about Superman this entire time. We totally stayed on target. Didn't go off on any tangents.
As soon as Nick left, it was all Spider-Man.
Yes, it was like that was literally all Spider-Man. If you have not already, please make sure you follow us on Instagram and on TikTok at Kickin and Crocs. KICKIN.in.Crocs. You whispered too softly they couldn't hear you.
I'm good. I'm good at my job. Like a ninja.
Subscribe to us on YouTube to watch the video versions of this podcast. Comment down below if you have any opinions on any of the topics we talked about the Superman movie, about any of the Spider-Man stuff that we talked about when Nick was gone, about any of the Croc stuff that we talked about, any of the Fantastic Four stuff. If you have seen Fantastic Four, please no spoilers in the comments. We have not seen it yet. But yeah.
Oh, gentlemen, you know what's coming up.
Hmm?
You know what's coming up.
What's coming up?
Ninja Turtles.
That's right. Ninja Turtles is re-releasing in theaters in a couple of weeks, and A New Hope Star Wars A New Hope is being re-released in select theaters for its 50th anniversary, which I most certainly will be going to see.
Steve, how about for folks that are listening to us?
Oh, sorry. We were going back on tangents again. If you are listening on audio only, then you should give us...
As
You know,
many
he did
stars
it.
that show up
He
on
did it
the,
early.
that just showed up on the screen.
Nick, you have to start over again. Dave just decided to talk over you.
As many stars that show up on the screen. And if you're listening, that's a billion.
I was about to
Well,
say,
I was talking over
I was
because
going
he
to try
did
to
the
count.
stars earlier. He did it first and then said the line, and it was weird.
I was gonna try to count. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Was that 10? Did I count that right? Maybe 10. 10 stars, everybody. 10
At
stars.
least 10.
10 stars. All right. Well, until next time. I've been Steve.
Oh, Dave.
Still Nick.
If you ain't cracking, then you ain't rocking.
Rockin' shit.
Isn't that rocket?
Yeah.
Rocketing?
Yeah.
If
probably.
you ain't crocking, you
Okay.
ain't rocketing?
If you ain't Crockett, then you ain't Rocket.
I like that. Buonanotte a tutti.
I love you from the bottom of my Crocs. Tutti e fresca.
You stay kicking the internet. We love you all. We'll see you guys next week. Hopefully on time. Hopefully on time this time.
Interesting people while styling while we run. It's kicking in Crocs. We're kicking in Crocs.